I hope your day is full of Doritos and Fritos and Ruffles and what are those fucking things called? Oh, today I'm at Supernova. So if you're in LA and you haven't seen me perform stand-up, now is your opportunity to do so. Also, I will be in San Diego with Josh Potter coming up. You can find more info on that on his Instagram and my Instagram as well. And before we get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Chase O Donnell, there's just a few things I want to tell you about. One of those things is, oh yeah, socks. Oh yeah, look down at your feet right now. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing your socks, ask yourself why. Your toes are a huge form of currency. It's 2022, baby. Don't take your feet for granted. Cover them in the most luxurious socks you can find. Not only do oh yeah socks come in really comfy and fun styles, they collaborate with different designers to bring unique artistic designs. I'm going to show you one of my favorite pairs right now. These are the Joshua Tree socks. I love Joshua Tree. You can shop ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Head over there, discount code Sara, SARA 10 for 10% off. There's also these Dungeons and Dragons socks. There's also honeydew socks. So whatever you're into, there's a sock for you. They make great gifts for grads, for dads, for hostesses, for baby showers. You're like, oh, thanks for hosting me at your baby shower. Here, have a pair of socks. Oh, sorry I didn't come to your birthday party. Here, have a pair of socks. They make great gifts for yourself. Nothing makes me happier than opening up my drawers in the morning and seeing a wide array of artistically designed socks. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Enter discount code Sara10. That's SARA 10. ohyeah.com. Again, that's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Discount code Sara10. Okay, let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Chase O Donnell. You guys are gonna love it. Here it is.
Your 818 tattooed before.
Oh yeah, it was a manic choice at Skankfest, Chase. My 818 tattoo was not a sober decision. There's been so many podcasts where I'm like trying to cover it up.
Really?
Yes, it looks like a Holocaust tattoo.
No, it
does.
It's representing our valley.
It is. It's representing our valley, but
Our valley.
But after, yeah, our valley. You know, like, but after I got it, I was like, Maybe wasn't sober when I made this choice, like at all. I was like, everything is temporary, man. Everything, my body doesn't matter. We're all in the process of decay, man. This is me at Skankfest, like fucked up on psychedelics. I'm like, I just get something on my wrist that'll last forever. And then it came out. It looked fucked up.
No.
Yes. The 8s look fucked up. I'll show you.
Okay,
My friend told me that it looks like two snowmen playing table tennis.
Oh.
And then I was like, should I turn it into that?
Yeah. Well, you also, like, when you look at it, does it bring you, like, pride?
It gives me anxiety.
It gives you anxiety.
It's like, why'd I do that? On drugs.
Well, you know.
Because I was on drugs.
Can't you get it removed?
Okay, so then
it's
been a saga. It's been a saga. Also, let's start. I'm going to introduce you officially.
Okay.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is the one, the only comedian Chase O Donnell.
Hello.
Hi, I'm so excited to have you back on the podcast. One of my favorite hangs.
I'm so happy to be back. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, I got this tattoo at Skankfest. I do have plans to cover it up.
Oh, okay. Meaning putting another tattoo over it?
Okay, first I did the laser.
Oh, you tried that.
The tattoo artist was who's going to cover it up was like, yeah, you just got to get one laser session. It'll really like make it a little lighter, and then I'll just be able to cover it up. And so then he's like, give it like 6 weeks. I'm like, cool. So then 6 weeks, I'm looking at every day for 6 weeks. I'm like, this shit looks darker.
Oh no.
It is not fucking fading. So now I'm just waiting for him to cover. And my mom hates it. And then even though I'm a 35-year-old woman, the fact that my mom hates my tattoo makes me feel bad.
Yeah, no, it would be the main thing for me too.
I'm like, I made this decision fucked up at Skankfest as like an almost 40-year-old. Like, what is happening? And now I'm supposed to. Okay, so then I was like, my mom's like, I hate it. It's very dark to me. I was like, okay, calm down. Anything I could have gotten she would have hated.
Right. Even if it was
daughter.
Like, her name, she wouldn't have liked it.
Then I told her, because she likes hearts.
Okay.
So I told her I was going to cover it up with a black heart. And she's like, I like that so much more.
Okay, so wait.
So
it's going to go like a big black heart?
Yeah, but it's got to be pretty.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on the design.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's like that hard to do a black heart to cover up this, but it's got to be pretty big.
Well, I like that. A black heart.
Yeah, black heart. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of that's dark enough to cover it up. I'm like, I'm not mad at a heart. Well, you can't be mad at a heart. That's my motto. Like, if it's like a cute tattoo and you can't be mad at it, then it's fine. This I'm not happy with. Yeah. I'm like, my grandpa did not survive the Holocaust for me to go get a Holocaust tattoo. That's fucking insane. And I have a teapot, a bow. A teapot on bow, feminine. We love to see it.
Wait,
she's
already?
A goddess. Yeah.
Where? They're hidden.
One on my neck and then one here. Because I was like, where are the places I can't get fat? My neck and my ribs.
Wait, I love teapots and I love bows.
Yes,
and hearts.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, the heart goes with the other two things, and then I don't have to look at this bad choice.
Yeah, perfect.
It's like a prison tattoo. And I was with Josh Potter when I got it.
What, did Josh Potter get one?
Oh, Josh Potter was like, I'm gonna throw up. I can't believe you're doing this. And he's like, it felt like a horror movie to him. He was like, I can't believe you're getting. He's just like trying to low key talk me out of it. I'm like, no, Josh, you don't understand. Everything is temporary. It doesn't matter. I was on one. I was like running on stage. It wasn't even my set. Like I was crowd surfing.
What would you say this was? Acid? What drug was
not
this?
Acid. Okay. Let me tell you this. There will be no more LSD in my future.
Wow. Well, it's a good story. I'd almost keep it for the story.
Well, you know why? I went so hard because I can't look at it. It just makes me feel disgraced. It's also like, you know, when you do, like, you have like a weekend, like I had like a weekend of poor decisions, and it was also like right out of the pandemic. So it was like my first time out of the house, and I'm not like a bitch that goes out. I like mostly stay in unless I have a comedy show. That's like going out to me.
Yeah, same. I don't enjoy going out.
No, it's a goddamn nightmare.
It's a job. It's like, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went out for the first time.
I went hard.
And
I was crowd surfing
hard.
to like fucking Lincoln Park or something. I'm like, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. In Houston, now I'm like, now I'm bracing myself for Skankfest in October.
Oh no,
I'm not doing drugs.
Okay,
I mean hard drugs.
But I feel like
maybe
Skankfest,
like
you kind of have to. I've never gone to Skankfest, but
it's a vibe.
It seems like
it is
you
like
do drugs there.
It's a crazy place.
Will it be fun without drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm high.
Okay.
On weed.
If I have other drugs.
If I have other drugs that aren't hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you'll be fine and you won't get any 818s.
I'm done getting ink. After I cover this shit up with a heart, that's it,
We're
baby.
done.
I say that, but who the fuck knows?
You don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Do you think you would get any?
No, my parents raised my sister and I to believe tattoos were the worst thing that could ever happen. And they ingrained in me and that so young that now I don't believe that. But I'm like, oh, well,
I made it this far without.
I made it this far. Now I feel like, I don't know, there's something like so many people do have tattoos at this point. It's kind of now rare that I don't have tattoos. I'm I'll just leave it that way.
Yeah. Well, then also like, I don't know. I feel like I can't really imagine myself as like a 50-year-old woman with like a bunch of tattoos. But then I'm also like, but like who the fuck knows?
You don't know.
I could see myself in 5 years I could have a face tattoo, depending on how weird things get.
If you get the tattoo, you know, at this point in our lives, it's not like we're 15.
Yeah.
We've lived a life, and if you decide you want a face tattoo, it's not an impulsive decision anymore. Now we're having adult.
No, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is who the fuck I am.
Whereas I understand, like, being really young and getting a tattoo, my parents would be upset because it's like, well, you don't know who you are yet. But I feel like we know who we are at this point.
I know, but I know this
So
girl
you could get
who had a star right here.
Uh-oh.
And I always think of her, and I always think of the star on her face and like, what the fuck? That's like such a choice.
Amanda Bynes got a heart on her face.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes is not well.
Well, I think if you get face tattoos, it is a sign that you're not doing so well.
Yeah. You're
going through something. Yeah. And it's becoming very normal.
I know. And like, if you have face tattoos, people expect less of you.
Mm-hmm.
You could be really nice and people are shocked. They're like,
I know.
You're the nicest guy. I thought you were going to be a murderer.
Are you talking about Post Malone? Did you guys hang out?
No, I wish.
Because he seems so nice.
Yeah, Post Malone.
Yeah. And this weekend, I was at like a rooftop pool bar.
Okay.
Not my vibe, but I was there. Oh, Petite Hermitage.
I love the Petite Hermitage in West Hollywood.
I had never been. It was lovely,
I had my mom's birthday there when she turned 50, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, honestly, it's really delightful
the pool's
if anyone wants to go.
Right?
But I don't know what was, maybe because it's Pride, but everyone at the hotel pool head to toe covered in tattoos, all the face down.
No.
There was some sort of convention going on.
Like a tattoo convention at the rooftop
But they
pool?
were so nice. They were a couple was sitting next to us offering us food and hanging out and this and that. And it's like, oh, they're so friendly.
I know. Yeah.
But you don't
They're just doing the bare minimum. And you're like, oh, this person's a saint.
Oh, you're right.
Because they have the face tattoo.
They have to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Which leads me to dating in one sense. If a guy does the bare minimum of like watching my story, I'm like, he's amazing. And he's the one.
No higher high.
It's truly
than watching a guy you like.
But I realize like
see
that's
story.
All they need to do. And I'm like, whoa, they went above and beyond. So I need to raise my standards.
Okay, but this is the thing. I feel like you have to have like a series of bad things happen before you raise your standards. Maybe. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know. I mean, that was just my journey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you tell me your journey? Because I need help.
I was accepting the bare minimum.
Okay.
I was for sure making poor choices.
Yeah.
In my 20s.
Okay.
Drummers. Drummers are never good.
I dated a musician.
You did. How was it?
Well, we broke up, but he broke up with me. A big
I don't know
heartbreak.
why anyone would break up with you, Chase.
Thank you.
You're a vibrant, bright star.
Wow. They say I'm a bit emotional. If you get me one-on-one in a relationship, I can be a little too emotional, which I'm now I work on that. Now I don't show my emotions.
But I don't think that, but this is what's fucked up.
Tell me.
What's fucked up is that we live in a society where we have to like, or I don't know if it's just LA specifically, where it's like your emotions are not supposed to be a bad thing. Your emotions and like being able to be vulnerable and like connecting with someone, that's like a positive thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because now I think I've gone the complete opposite and I don't show emotions.
Well, that's what I did. Okay. I was like, I'm dead inside. Yeah. I don't feel anything.
Don't worry, I'm okay and everything's great. And if you're doing something I don't like, I won't tell you and I'll keep it inside.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Unhealthy.
Because then it comes out.
Because
it eventually fucking comes out and it comes out times 35. Yeah. That's what happens to me. I'm like, okay, I'll let it slide. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm a cool girl. I'll hit the bong. It's fine. And then all of a sudden,
you're upset.
I'm upset.
You're crying.
And it's like, well, you've been upset this whole time. You've been hiding it.
Yeah.
But because like if you actually do like check-ins with the person that you're dating and you do it in a place of like talking,
this
not
is
emotional.
How I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Just wanting to, yeah. Because my last relationship, we didn't talk. It was after, we just didn't talk.
Yeah.
That was after the breakup where I was too emotional. The next relationship I got in, I was like, no emotions, no like serious talks. And then it got to the point where like, we literally just like would be at dinner and not even talking because I'd be upset, but I didn't want to like vocalize it. And I'd just be like, silent.
When I get pissed, I can get quiet.
I can get quiet.
Or I can get fucking loud. Like there's no in between. And like the person I get when I'm pissed is not great. I don't know if it's like the Puerto Rican side of me or what, but something ignites. I think it's like maybe keeping everything in for so long and then.
Yeah, so it's one or the other. Because I've really now lately just been quiet, and now I need to get back to my. Now I just need a healthy balance.
Yeah,
How about
you need
that?
a healthy balance because being vulnerable is actually kind of like a superpower. Because if you're able to do that and like speak how you feel, I think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a negative thing.
Right. I was just with a guy that didn't like that.
Well, then he's not the right guy.
Well, yes, we're done.
Add him to the list of the not the right
add him
guy.
to the list. Even though we were just saying every guy to us is the one until they're not.
Yeah. What is that? Do all girls do that?
I don't know because to this day,
yeah.
I don't know if this is cool to reveal, but like,
no, it's a safe place.
Okay, if
Shank is a safe
place. If there's
a
guy on the apps, I'm like, oh my god, like he's the one. I start like seeing how my first name sounds with their last name.
Oh yeah, you gotta run it by.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, that works. What would our marriage hashtag be at the wedding?
Think of the marriage hashtag too. What mental illness is that? Do people even still do wedding hashtags? I don't know. And some days I'm like, damn, I hope this works out because I have a fire
hashtag for the wedding.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
And I'm like, not this hashtag going to waste.
Because like I love, I grew up loving Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Mm-hmm. And the guy's name was Zach. I was like, hashtag Sweet Life of Chase and Zach. Like I get so into
say
it.
What mine is
no, you have to now because
the person listens.
I'm worried should we cut this out? He's totally listening.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Look at my ego. He's not listening.
Yeah, they're not listening.
He's not listening.
Okay.
I just assumed checking. He saw I did a podcast and he jumped straight to it. Okay. Okay, so now you have to reveal it.
Mine's normally like, I'll give you an example. I'm not going to say the last name because I am hoping it works out. I don't want to jinx it.
Okay, fine.
Shank, and then their last name.
Oh.
But if I told you the last name, you'd be like, damn, that's good.
Oh. Can you whisper it?
I'll tell you when the cameras are off.
Can you write it down?
Yes.
Okay.
This makes for good pod. Me secretly writing down the last name of the man I want to marry. Oh, this episode's off the rail. Shank.
Oh yeah,
right.
Really good.
Thanks for encouraging that. Really
Oh, that's
good.
even better than the sweet life.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Hope it works out for me, for us.
I do too. Did you find this one on a dating app or in real life?
I've known this one in real life.
So that's what I'm trying to do now. Is just meet someone in real life.
Well, because then you can because it's hard to pick up on someone's vibe from an app. Kim told me she does a FaceTime.
I've heard I have to do that.
But that's a whole thing because I'm like, how am I going to act natural if I'm on a FaceTime with a man that's the first time I'm seeing them? I'm like, what am I wearing? I'm going to be trying not to look at myself, focus on them. What if they're fucking weird and look nothing like their pictures, or they have a weird voice, or their teeth are crooked? Stuff that you don't like.
I'm worried that if we do it and it's a hard no for me, I'm still going to commit to going out with them anyway because I don't want to hurt their feelings on the FaceTime.
Okay, see, not me.
Okay.
You gotta get harder, Chase. You gotta be you know what? This is not, I wasn't feeling it. I just want to be honest. Thank you.
At the end of the call, you say that?
No, I do that in text.
Oh, okay.
Just do that in text.
Do it in a text. Because what about I showed up on a date with a guy. Immediately, I was like, nope, not what I thought you were on the app, but I guess I'm gonna follow through with this date and we'll have a whole night. And it's could I have just been like, hey, sorry, I can already tell this isn't gonna work, go home?
You could.
I could?
Yeah.
I don't have to go through with the date?
No. But you have to,
that would have been a good one to FaceTime.
You just get to a point where you're like, I'm so tired. I don't have the fucking time for this.
Speaking of Kim.
She's calling me, but we're in the middle of a pod, bitch. Yeah. You're just I
don't have time. Well, that's why I've just stopped now.
I am too old and too tired.
I'm too... the last date I went on, he took me to a party for really young people.
What do you mean by really young? It's preteens?
It was probably 20-somethings, but I was like, I'm not about this. I'm not trying to party. I want to have a nice glass of a cocktail.
A cocktail and a
just
dinner.
Chat and sit. I don't want to be and
not that energy.
Yeah, it was that energy. I was like, what am I doing here on a Thursday night?
No.
This is not what I want to be doing.
Where was it?
I'm so scared he's listening. They all watch my stories.
They all care. They all just want to date us, Chase. But we're fine. People are standing in line to listen to this episode.
It was at the Santa Monica Pier, so it was just a vibe. Mm-hmm. Just a party vibe.
A party vibe. At the Santa Monica Pier. Yeah. We're people on ecstasy. That's what, when I hear
there were drugs.
All I think of is drugs.
And I showed up sober.
You showed up sober to the while they were blasting music that people are rolling their faces off to.
This is the issue.
That's a nightmare.
I've also been it's hard to set up dates when we have shows at night, right? So I'm always well, I have a show tonight, but I'm off at 11 p.m. And I'm setting up these late night dates, which I don't think is also good.
No, you got to either. Okay,
tell me, what do I do?
You got to do it. It can't be after a set, unless you invite them to the set.
That's the only time I think I'm free.
Unless you invite them to a set, but that's
it's risky business.
It's got to be the right person,
and it better be a good show.
Yeah,
you don't want them seeing just 4 people in the audience and
4 people in the audience at Fourth Wall.
Yeah, have you been there? You can't invite them to Fourth Wall.
Yeah, no.
I did invite a guy. This was a few years ago. I invited him to an open mic.
An open mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a comic?
Nope. Okay. He just really wanted to see my show. I said, well, I'm doing an open mic tonight. And it was the worst mistake. We did not talk after that date.
No.
I think I was just too nervous that like I was being judged, not just by like how I am on a first date. I was being judged on like a performance level.
Yeah,
and
no.
My nerves were through
and
the
an open mic.
Open mic.
That's crazy.
And he was like, good job. And I was like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to tell me that.
No.
So I don't think ever again will I invite a guy.
No. Okay. Also, like, it has to be a person that's cool. That's like a good hang.
How do you know they're cool if they're just on the app?
You don't. You can't just bring a rogue person to a show. You got to test them out in real life. It's like a fifth date situation.
Oh, yeah. Fifth date situation.
It's like, we've swallowed each other's cum. You can come to a comedy show now.
Now you can come.
Yeah.
For real.
To a show. Yeah, exactly.
Have you invited a guy to a comedy show?
Yeah, but I have to really like them or be in a relationship with them.
Well, of course.
I'm not bringing a rogue. I remember this one fucking musician who had the biggest hat on Raya. Mm-hmm. Biggest hat you could imagine. Like... And in overalls, it was a vibe.
What do you mean? Oh, his picture?
He was like a singer in a hat.
Isn't that all of Raya? I'm done.
A singer. I'm a creative consultant.
Yeah.
What? What does that even fucking mean?
Do you say on your Raya that you're a stand-up?
Yes, but not on my Hinge.
On my Hinge, I say I'm a...
I just say nothing.
On my Bumble, I'm a motorcycle mechanic.
No, and then, that's genius.
But I actually... I have to change it because people are starting to get excited and they're like, I can't wait to talk combustion engines with you.
No.
I'm like, oh, God, I thought this was clearly I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. But they like it. And then I did put I was a clown on Hinge.
Okay.
And I need to change that too.
I like that.
Because I feel like what we do, we're clowns.
We are clowns.
And I feel like a clown, but that's not cool.
Yeah.
To put you're a clown.
I don't want them to know. I want it to be like we meet and have a conversation.
And Raya, I don't put... The bummer is Raya, they can just go straight to your Instagram. I'm like, oh. That's probably why I'm not getting any matches, to be honest. I think they're looking at my Instagram and going, uh-oh.
It's not true.
I want it linked to a private account that they can't look me up.
I feel like I feel like dating hasn't hardened you yet, because I would not sit through a bad date at this point.
Yeah,
I'd be like, bitch, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that hardness yet.
You're too sweet.
And I literally, if I know they're not the one, I buy all the drinks. Because I'm like, I don't want to owe him anything.
Oh,
and so here I am on the worst date ever buying drinks.
Not you losing money and having a bad time.
Yeah. Can you believe this? That's my mentality. That's why I have to stop.
You have to stop.
Okay. Man.
It's an intervention.
Well, I haven't dated anyone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I've been off the apps for 2 weeks.
2 full weeks?
Yeah, I haven't even had a desire to go on it.
Well, once you have a bad run on the apps, it'll make you hibernate for quite some time.
I was telling Josh some of the bad dates.
Uh-huh.
And there was one guy who I met up with him, and he called me on the phone and he was yelling. He was like, "Where are you?
No.
I don't even see you."
No.
Like that.
Did he have an accent?
Yeah. I didn't know.
Not a surprise accent.
That was a spot-on accent I did too. He was from Israel.
No.
But not that that's bad or anything.
No.
Obviously.
Obviously
he
not.
Just
Jews for life,
Jews
baby.
over here. Birthright. I was so excited to tell him. But I was like, oh God, do I just hang up and run away right now?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I'm here. I see you.
Was it weird?
Yeah. He came over to the line where I was standing and we didn't talk. I was like, oh God.
No, he didn't say anything?
He had nothing to say and I had nothing to say. And then we went into the bar and yes, I buy the drinks. And then I said,
his drink too?
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did because I was like, I'm scared. I don't want to go home with him. So then
you're like, I know it's on me. It's fine.
Yeah, I got this. I also needed to drink. And then so these were the lines he was saying. I started writing them all down because I was like, if I don't use this for stand-up, then what is the point of being here?
That's most of the dates in my 20s I use stand-up bits now.
So he said, well, first I go, did you just swipe right on me because I'm a motorcycle mechanic? Because he was talking a lot about cars.
No, you didn't.
And he said,
no, Chase.
he goes, no, it's because you have blonde hair. I swipe right on everyone with blonde hair.
No, he didn't.
That's what he said.
He said he swipes right on anyone who has blonde hair.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. And then
that
he
makes
was like,
me feel special.
And then he's like, he goes, how often do you color your hair? And I was like,
no.
I was like, not that often. And he was like, well, it's time. Your roots are showing.
No, he didn't.
He said that.
No, he didn't.
I wrote it down because I was like, how rude.
He said you need to get your hair colored. Your roots
are showing. It's time to color your hair.
No, he didn't.
And then he goes,
what did you say?
I said, oh, okay. Like, yeah, I guess it's been a while.
No,
It's time. And I think I actually started laughing when he said that because I was like,
Chase, I would have fucking
left. I think any normal person would have gone, thanks so much for coming out this way, but I'm gonna go. Like, I didn't know how
This is not working for me. This is making me so. I'd be like, this is making me very uncomfortable. Are you gonna pay to get my hair done? Because you're not paying for the drinks. Like, I'm out.
He started talking all about what he did for a living, what he did. He's a car guy. He's a mechanic guy. You gotta do what you love. I don't understand people that don't do what they love and blah, blah. And I was like, is he going to ask me what I do? Because like...
He thinks you're a motorcycle.
Well, no, I told him I wasn't.
Okay.
But I didn't tell him what I did.
Right. Because you don't want to open with, I'm a stand-up.
Well, and then it took him about probably an hour to get to, oh, what do you do?
No.
And it was like, well, actually, I know a lot about following your passions. I just stand up.
Yeah.
So now do you feel like an idiot for like lecturing me on
pursuing your dream?
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay. So anyways, then he goes, there's more.
I cannot believe that this is a real experience.
Then he goes, this is so interesting. You don't use perfume.
No!
And I said, there's more to the line. You don't use perfume. You use your own body odor. That's so interesting.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I wrote it down immediately.
Just
and I said, oh, I guess it's been a long day. Like,
oh, no.
I don't know.
No.
Like, what? Could he really
No.
smell me? I didn't think I could smelled.
No, I don't think you've ever smelled.
Like, I think what he meant is I didn't have like a
perfume
scent.
Signature scent.
I just had a normal person
scent.
I mean, again, I could have gone, you know what, like, love that. You like girls like that. I'm not the girl for you. Like, I could have just left.
Just nexted his ass. Chase, I think you gotta go on a date, and next time it's bad, you gotta leave, and then you gotta text me.
Okay.
And then we'll have a party because you'll be in your power.
And yeah, it's been no good. And I hang out with them and buy their drinks.
No.
And then he had the audacity to text me the next day and say, happy Saturday. And I just didn't respond because, like, did he think that went well? He was trying to see me again. I didn't respond. I ghosted him.
You ghosted his ass. Mm-hmm. Thank God.
I could have been like, happy Saturday. Hope you have a good day.
No, I'm not wishing you a happy Saturday after you suggested I get my roots done and mention the fact that I wasn't wearing perfume. That's crazy.
So when I say I've been having bad dates,
you mean you've been
I've been having tortured evenings with guys.
That is fucking crazy.
And that came after I was dating like a ton because I was dating this one guy. I was trying to get over him. Dating. And it was just like the worst dates one after the other. And I think like I clearly wasn't vetting them. If they asked me to hang out and they were cute, I was like, yes. Mm-hmm. And I now know I have to do a better job of like am I sure I want to spend an evening with them?
That's why you gotta do the FaceTime first.
I gotta do a FaceTime first. And now I'm like, I think I just want to know the person first because I want to just know what I'm getting into before I go.
Because it's scary. It's fucking scary. Like whenever Kim goes on a date, she'll like text me the address of where she's going.
Oh, smart. Did you see the movie Fresh?
No. Is it dark?
Yeah.
When did it come out? Was it a horror movie?
Yeah, it was on Hulu. Do you want me to give it away?
Yeah. Spoil Fresh.
Okay, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's a girl going on a date with this guy. He seems really normal, really cool. He's the guy that plays Tommy Lee and the Pamela.
And Tommy?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
He's really cute. Anyways,
He is.
Seems great. He's such a charismatic guy. He invites her to his cabin for the weekend. Turns out he's not a plastic surgeon, which he said he was. He sells women's body parts to cannibalism.
No,
for people that eat
No.
people. So he like trapped her there, and the friend was like, "Hey girl, are you okay? Haven't heard from you." And he had her phone and kept texting as her. So everything's good. Like we're on these hikes. We're having so much fun. I'm going to keep my phone off. So even the friend checking in on her, it didn't work.
That's dark.
It is so dark. I don't recommend it. I feel like I gave it away and that's all you need for it.
I can't watch dark things because I already have dark thoughts. So I need to
have your one
I already
tattoo.
have this
Yeah.
to remind me of the darkness. So yeah. So I need like a Disney. Put on a Disney.
Yeah, I
Put
thought
on a reality show.
I didn't
that's
know
bad.
what Fresh was about. I knew it was like a take on dating, which I thought was going to be great, and that spin on the dating scene was no good. So yeah, I need a good Disney.
And like everyone's deep in their mental illness, I feel, because of COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I feel like everyone's like still trying to figure out like what is this new reality?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. Yeah. What's life now?
Yeah, what's life now?
It is interesting though. I say I like a good Disney, obviously, but I find myself, if I'm like scrolling on Hulu or Netflix, I like to find a good like crime documentary.
You like a crime
I skip
doc.
straight past comedy, and I don't know if I'm going through a phase
I will
because
not.
we're like in comedy, and I
Yes.
want to just stay as far away from that as possible these days.
I
go
agree. I think
opposite.
it's like a lawyer watching like NCIS or like
Okay.
CSI. Is
Yeah.
that like a law show or Law and Order? It's like
Yeah.
like or like a doctor watching ER. You'd be
Yes.
like, I don't want to go home and watch
I don't.
ER. I do this all day.
Yeah, so I like skip straight past anything comedy and go straight to dark.
You like a dark. I like a doc.
I love a doc too.
I love a doc, or I love like a trash show.
Me too. Well,
Like a
like The
reality.
Bachelor or any like Kardashians. I'm really loving. So yeah, me
Selling
too. Trash.
Sunset.
Okay, so I haven't gotten into that one, but everyone says I would just love it.
You got to.
Everyone says I'd love it.
It's.
I know that I'm gonna get obsessed, so I'm just like
I'm jealous that you haven't watched it yet. How about Love on the Spectrum? Have you seen that?
no.
It's about these autistic
I
people
know.
finding.
I know.
You've heard.
I've heard. It doesn't. I
It doesn't
know
appeal to you?
It doesn't necessarily appeal to me, but I hear it's really sweet
It's
and
the
tear
best.
jerking.
Because I'm like, I watch it and I'm like, it is a spectrum. There's a bit of autism in each of us. Like when you
I
see
believe
some
that.
of the quirks, you're like, dude. Am I minorly autistic? Because this chick's obsessed with princesses. My Instagram handle's Princess Shank.
Oh yeah.
I'm a 35-year-old woman. That might be a little Asperger's-y now that I sit down and think about it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, I worry not worry, but I mean, sometimes I think I might have a little bit for
because it's
sure.
a spectrum. So that's why it's also really relatable in some ways, because when they're on dates and it's not going well, they'll be like, I need to get up and go, and they'll just like excuse themselves, and it's just like
So
pure.
it's good. It's
pure.
It's
just like it's pure and it's relatable.
Okay,
because
see, I
it's
don't
like,
have that.
It's like, yeah.
They're like, I'm not feeling it, and they just get up and go.
Or they'll be like, I'm nervous, I'm leaving now. And then they'll just like get up and bail. And like, or be like, I need a break. And they're like, okay, you can take a break and then come back. It's like, really like kind of sweet because you see like a full range of human emotions. Like you see people trying to find love, you see people trying to fit in, trying to get ready for dates. So it's like it appeals to me like on so many levels.
It's so
and it's
real.
so funny. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, maybe I need more of
You
them
gotta
in
watch
my life.
it. You gotta watch
Okay.
it. Yes.
The thing that I do that I'm like, this is a little bit on the
Spectrum-y?
spectrum is that I know I don't know this. I'm speaking as not anyone that knows anything.
Okay.
But I hear that like if you're autistic, you can like mimic what people are doing to be like, oh, that's what you do in this situation. And then they're not like organically doing that, but they know that's what you have to do in this situation. And I've caught myself doing that sometimes.
Like,
How would I act in this situation if this is how I felt about this situation? And then I can like put on the like, oh, this is how I would act. And
Right.
I'm mimicking behaviors instead of actually feeling. Am I on the spectrum?
no, but I understand what you mean though.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think that's more people pleasing.
I
what
think
I'm
that is.
doing.
I think you're a people pleaser.
Like if I'm on
But
a bad
I used to be a
date.
people pleaser, and then one day, Chase.
Really? So
One
things look
fucking
up.
day, I said enough. I have pleased one person too fucking many, and not myself.
So
I
the day will
rose from
come.
the ashes like a phoenix.
Okay.
And you will too.
Okay. I hear, there's hope for me. I'm
There's-
working on it. I work on it a lot.
You do?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
do therapy?
Oh, am I in therapy?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I spend a fortune on therapy.
Same.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's, gotta do it.
You gotta do it because you gotta be with
Yeah.
yourself.
So, and I've been with this same therapist for like a year and a half.
okay.
And that's kind of like pandemic-y. Like I definitely things have changed in my life since.
For the better
Yes.
since getting this therapist.
Oh my God, do I recommend getting a therapist? So much for the better. Like I'm still clearly a people pleaser, but I'm so much better at like saying no, even though I do it in a very roundabout, nice way.
Yeah.
I'm better at it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's also like a level of like you want to be a polite person, but also at the same time you have to have boundaries. Otherwise, people will take advantage of your kindness.
Would they ever?
You're
Yes.
like, no, I'm not giving you another fucking ride. Like, I remember like when I was like a young comic, I'd be driving everyone around.
Really?
Yeah. No one had a car. I'd be like, yeah, I'll drive you there. I'm
that's
like,
fun.
I'll drive you there for 5 minutes in San Diego. I'll be there. Like, I'd be like driving a car full of like grown ass men to San Diego because I had like no boundaries. I wasn't like, no.
Yeah.
Can you guys give me money for gas?
I'll
I
need
was-
some gas money.
Nothing. I was like, no problem. Thank you for the stage time. Like that,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'll do shows that I regret a lot.
You do.
Yes.
I've gotten better about that.
Right, because you said, what's the budget?
I say, what's the rate? Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't. I
And
just
then
say,
I go,
okay.
yeah, I can't do that. You want me to go to a wine bar in Atwater at 6:30 on a Friday
You're
for
right,
free? No, unless I have stuff that I need to work out. If I have stuff that I need to work
Then
out,
it's helping you.
Then it's like a mic.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need those spots, and it's almost better than a mic because it's like a
show.
show. Yeah, it's a show. There's a mic stand. There's 5 people.
Yeah. It's a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe the next time I get an ask, I'll just send it to you and you tell me how I respond.
Yes.
We'll get this fixed.
Yeah.
in me.
We'll handle this. Are you doing a podcast?
I was doing Chase Your Enthusiasm.
I like the
where I was reviewing Curb Your Enthusiasm episodes
I
because
love that.
worked on that the past couple seasons, but
So cool.
taking a little break because I finished the season.
Oh, you finished the season of Curb.
Yeah, so
So
now
there's
I'm
nothing.
deciding do I do other seasons or do I just change it completely? Do I do a dating podcast?
I feel like
I'm
a
in the
dating
works.
podcast would be interesting.
I do too because I talked about even other dating stories with Josh, and there were so many comments that were like, "Can you please dedicate a podcast to just these stories? Because I have so many.
Because they're so crazy.
They're so crazy."
Because you get yourself into weird situations.
Yes. It's just, I don't know how I do it, but I do it.
I know. And it's
But like, do I really want to just go on dates to talk about them?
I mean,
not really.
No, I know. But sometimes you get a golden like moment. You get a golden story out of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good stories.
But sometimes you have to process the pain before you can be an alchemist and transfer the pain just into comedy. You're like, I'm not ready to talk about it just yet.
Give me a couple
Give me
years.
a couple months. Yeah, exactly. You're like, I need to heal.
I'll have to just interview people about their dates.
Yeah, but then if along the way there's a moment where a dating story can come up.
Okay. And then along the way I can share my own. I'll sprinkle my own in.
Yeah, you want to know what the most fucked up thing is about the dating apps now for me?
Tell me.
On Raya especially, I feel like everyone's search ages are like I'm 35, so I feel like they're like 25 to like 30.
I agree. No. Even
25.
if you're like a 35-year-old guy, you're looking for 27.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm out too.
So it's like 50.
Yeah.
I
got
like 55-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, thank you.
a random 55-year-old man I've never met.
Yeah.
He's like, in first voice note he sends is, so I'm planning our wedding. And I was like, whoa.
You can send a voice note?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you know what they sound like.
Yeah, but also that's scary to me.
Very scary.
It's like that. Can you like keep that to yourself?
I know, like we don't say our wedding hashtag. We keep that to ourselves.
We know.
That'll freak the guy out.
Space. We still don't just talk about the wedding hashtag.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's
Yeah.
just between us. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm going through the same thing. Guys are very much, they can get younger. Mm-hmm. And so they do.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
And because like the younger girls are like, I don't care about getting married and having kids because I've got 10 more years of fertile eggs.
Years before I need to worry about. And we're like, we gotta go. So are you serious?
Bitch, these things are decaying. I gotta
ready
have a
for
baby
family?
sooner rather than later. Okay, but then also it's interesting because I've been on the flip side of things where, cause like I was so focused, like I've been so like I want to have a family, and then like went on a date with a few people, like older guys who were like, I want to have a family. So how soon do you want to have a family?
Oh.
And it was like so intense. And I'm like, I'm more than just a womb, right? Like I'm actually like a functioning person that has like responsibilities and like personal relationships. I'm not just like a portal for you to have
That's
a fucking
so true.
baby.
Hey, get to know me first.
Get to know me first. How do you even know you want this womb?
Yeah.
I could be all fucked up. You don't know. This is the first date.
Oh my God, they say it on the first date?
I went on a date with a first date guy. First
50s?
thing. This guy was like 40.
Okay.
First thing.
Okay. First thing?
And I was like, I had anxiety. Second date, we walked by a stroller store. He picked up a pamphlet for the stroller.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
like
too
much.
That's I was talking about love bombing before we started recording, but that's like love bombing, but like baby bombing, like family bomb. Like
he family bombed me.
He family bombed you.
He kept family bombing.
That's a red
family
flag.
Love bombing.
They say that's a red flag.
I believe it.
You don't want someone that's too ambitious that quickly. Like, get to know me.
You don't know about what
because then they like
I
the
could
idea
be mentally
of
ill, and then I'm
Yeah.
carrying your baby.
And then I'm carrying a baby.
I could be mentally ill, honey, and I'm carrying your baby. You better get to know me first. I start talking in different voices. I was like, oh, this is what... It was an interesting experience, though, because it made me wonder. Mm-hmm. It made me empathize with men in a way of like... It must be an intense vibe because I do feel like the older women get, the more, like you want to know if someone wants the same things as you.
Yeah, you're like, I don't have time.
I actually don't have time. Like you can fuck 25-year-olds to the end of time if you want and have a baby while you're 70.
Yeah.
Not me. This shit is running out.
I clearly have time for like the 7-hour hangouts and buying them drinks, but that's it. I don't have time for anything else. So
You should invoice them for the 7 hours.
oh, actually, that'll get them to like. I won't have to break up with them. I'll just
just-
like, here's your
did you get the
invoice
invoice?
for hanging out with me.
Hey, what's your PayPal? I'm gonna send over this invoice. Can we get this closed out today?
That's funny.
Invoice them
Okay.
for the drinks, the time. You're like, I could have been doing stand up. I could
could've
have made
been-
this much money.
Yeah.
You owe me
Yeah.
this much.
You owe me this much.
Yeah.
I think that would be funny if I did that. I'll do that.
Start invoicing these.
If the
motherfuckers.
guy's like, obviously a no, I won't do it for any guy that I might be
the
interested
future
in.
husband.
Yeah.
And then she fucking invoiced me. The date went great, but then she invoiced me for the spinach dip she bought.
She said she could have been doing stand up instead of eating spinach.
That's so good.
Have you ever felt like you watch romantic comedies growing up and it just seemed like so easy? You'll go on a trip, a cute guy will be single on the trip, and it's just going to be so easy.
Yeah.
That's where I think society has led us astray. That
Where are the flowers, bitch?
Like, I'm planning-
Where are the flowers? I'm out here waiting for flowers and chocolates. A teddy bear, I'll take it.
yeah, where is it?
Where
Because
are the flowers?
movies have shown us that that's what's supposed to happen, and it's so easy. The guy you don't get along with, you're going to fall madly in love with within a week.
He just needs to bring flowers.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to Greece I'm doing a meditation retreat.
You are?
I feel like it's right up your alley.
For how long? When?
A week, June 27th through July 3rd. Well, maybe now every guy listening knows where I'll be. But
Look out. Chase does Greece.
but the like thing in my head, I don't even mean to, but it's like maybe there'll be a cute single guy on the trip.
Of course.
But there won't. There's no way a cute single guy
You can
is
you
going
can
to be
have a
on
hope.
the trip.
You can have a hope. Maybe like a cute guy that's into meditation.
I don't know.
A high vibrational being.
This is a retreat with like a group of like people, and the picture from the last retreat, it's about 20 women and they're all in their 50s, and then I'm joining.
Are they all in like a white outfit? Is it a cult?
No, they're in like Grease colors. But
Okay,
the ladies that this retreat attracts is not single 30-year-old men. It's it's like 50-year-old
Eat, pray,
women.
love bitches? Or like
Older.
older.
Yeah, this is old women on this retreat, and then me. So I don't think there'll be a
hot guy.
a hot single
but
guy.
maybe. Wait, so what? You meditate for a week?
It's like there's like yoga and then like a manifestation workshop.
I love this.
And then you have a little bit of free time. You can go to the beach, the pool, and then you come back for your second manifestation workshop.
What?
I know. I'm very excited, but
I'm
I just
so
don't think there'll be a
excited
cute
about this.
single guy
You're
there.
gonna have to send me the info.
I will. It's sold out. I was on the
Okay.
waiting list.
Okay, send me the
And
info.
they-
Are you going by yourself?
I'm going with my mom.
You are?
I was on the waiting list,
That's
and
so
I got
cute.
an email back saying 2 spots opened up. They're the last 2 spots. Do you want them? And this was just last week. And I was in the car with my mom, and I started screaming. She thought I booked like Jimmy Fallon. She was like, "What happened? What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, I got a spot in the retreat." And I convinced
Now I can pay
her.
to go to this retreat.
I convinced her to go with me because there were 2 spots open.
That's awesome.
So maybe one of like the older ladies will have a son who's single and be like, he's perfect for you. Like that's the only hope.
Yeah, like one of these woke older women has like a woke son at home. It's like a hot surfer that's also like great at business.
Yeah, where do
I don't
those
know.
boys exist?
Literally don't know.
I don't think they exist.
A hot surfer that's good at business. I feel like if you're a surfer, that's what you do. Like you spend so much time in
you're
the
a business
water.
guy?
You're like a waterman.
Oh, you're just a surfer.
You're just a surfer. To be good and like a
Yeah.
surfer, to me, red flag.
Really?
I don't know.
I love that. I would love them
You
to
would
be
love
a
a
surfer.
surfer?
I would love them to wake up at 6 a.m. and go surfing every day and then get their day going.
That is kind of hot when you put it that way. I take it back. I take it back. But also,
I
like,
would love that.
I'm picturing like a
You're like a
weather.
yeah,
like
yeah,
a weather.
shakalaka.
Hey, man. Yeah, no, the waves are good today.
Red
like
flag.
that
No.
energy.
No. We want like
the
type
current.
A. Type A
Surfer?
has to get up.
Looking for a type A surfer.
That has to have it part of their morning routine just to get their
He's
workout in.
disciplined.
And yeah. He likes being in the water, but like
I like a disciplined guy. He has his coffee. He goes to the ocean.
he's disciplined. He drinks coffee.
Yeah, this is a manifestation workshop.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what I manifest. But
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm excited. You're gonna have to come back on and tell me about it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
Doesn't it sound so fun?
It sounds so fun. Yeah. It sounds incredible.
That's why I started screaming when a spot opened
yeah.
up.
No, I fucking get it. I'd be screaming too if I was going to Greece to manifest a better life.
And it just so happened that week, like I didn't have shows, I didn't have anything. Like it
worked out.
It was
perfectly.
a manifestation, just that it happened in itself. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah.
Where can people find you? This is our episode. You were so great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you.
You can find me at Chase _O'Donnell on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, I'm going to link to it in the description of this episode.
Great. And then, yeah, I was going to say my TikTok, but I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
say your
TikTok. It's Chase _Elaine.
Chase _Elaine. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't really TikTok, but
But you do.
It's fun because not many people are watching me on TikTok, so I'm much more generous about what I put out there.
On TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok, I'm like, does this matter? And then sometimes I'll put something, I'm like, that's doing well. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't, because sometimes when I post things on TikTok, I'm like, I wonder how this will do. And I'll be like, this is going to do great. It'll do
zero views.
And then there's one, I'm like, I'll just put this up, see how it does. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Ditto. Actually, no, I've never had one go viral, but like
But
getting like a few
You're about to
thousand. I'm like,
manifest
whoa.
that. After your Greece trip, you're about to be viral as fuck.
You're right.
You're about to be viral, abundant, about to have a type A surfer. Tune in next time. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Make sure to subscribe, rate, review. Also check out my other podcast, This Bitch with Kim Congdon. New episodes of that come out every Monday. And if you're in LA, I will be at Supernova this Saturday at 8 p.m. So come out, support live comedy. Bye.
Yay, bye.